Okay, a couple of things on the Polaris XCR chain case before we button everything up. Of course, this one has reverse, so you want to think about how to tighten this, and of course you're not going to have the cover off when you want to make adjustments to your chain to tighten it. This is your chain tensioner right here, and you have to back this nut off, and what you can do is, if you watch, you screw this in. As you screw it in, let me see here. La la la. You can see the tensioner move. And a good rule of thumb is you get it finger tight, not crazy yank on it tight finger, but you get finger tight, and then back it off about a quarter of a turn. Whoop. And then your chain should be. Oh, I forgot one thing. Back this back off again. Before you do that, you want to load this chain up. So you grab a hold of your disc, your brake disc, and turn it anti-clockwise. And what that'll do is that will put all the load on the back here. It will tighten that up, and then you'll be able to adjust this much easier. So you want to do that, tighten that up, finger tight, back it off a quarter turn, and your chain will be loose. Most of the time, most of these chains, they run too tight. What you can do is, if you got a really tight chain case or a really tight chain, you can hear it inside going woo, and if you grab a hold of your chain case, it'll be white hot. And if it is, you know, you might want to look at this and adjust it. Most of the time people get them too tight. Another thing I want to add is, I forgot to tell you about the seal. And there's a seal that goes around here. Of course, the seam goes towards the top, so I'm going to put it on this edge here because gravity, you know, the fluid's at the bottom. I had to take off our big gear in order to get this on, so I had to take this all back off. Again, I used our lovely friend here, Ultra Gray. I used a little bit of Ultra Gray on it, just a smidgen, and then I put it on there. And when I put the top bolt on and tightened it up, I used a new cotter pin, and you can buy a package of cotter pins at your local hardware store or automotive store on the cheap, and it's nice to have a nice little set of cotter pins. So, okay, I'm going to get this buttoned up and show you how to add your fluid and what's the best to use, and then we'll go on to the disc brake.